gonna fit inside that box, gonna keep my imagination running wild. We gotta do anything we're told. We go big, we go bold.
With over 80 bedrooms and dining rooms and 150 living rooms, we've got stylish selections for everything you need. These deals are only good while supplies last, so hurry in to the Living Spaces Fall Clearance event.
Fox 10 News is back.
All right, taking a live picture right now. Picture perfect weather for an outdoor movie in downtown Phoenix. This is a look at Cityscape right now, where people are enjoying a screening of Ghostbusters. The admission is free for people who bring 3 food items for St. Mary's Food Bank. People are also encouraged to dress up as their favorite Ghostbusters character. Looks like a pretty good crowd showing up there. The Arizona Ghostbusters among those on hand, and this event is part of Cityscape's City Lights movie nights, and it's always a good time out there for the whole family. Bring some blankets, sit out there, and watch that movie. And the weather's actually
your exclusive AccuWeather forecast with Christy Seekin on Fox 10 News.
Blankets out there, people forcing fall. Even
hot cocoa.
Yeah, even though it doesn't feel like it. Exactly. Get your mittens out. Yeah, guys, it's been so warm recently, and we're going to continue to see this kind of weather. So if you love the desert warmth, you're going to like this forecast. If you like the cooler temps, maybe move to a different city. Well, or just go up north, I guess is what I should say. The valley's going to stay warm, but higher terrain a little bit better off in that department. We're at 92, in fact, right now. It's Sky Harbor. The wind's pretty calm. That's the good news. A lot of activity, obviously, to our north and west with that big storm that's moving through Washington and Oregon and parts of Northern California. We'll look at that in just a second. But first, a look at our beautiful evening temps. We're in the 90s in places like Sky Harbor and Scottsdale. Already cooling to the 80s, though, in places like Fountain Hills and Apache Junction. Florence at 85 right now. Still looking at warm numbers up into Wickenburg, 90 degrees there. Surprise, you're currently at 86 and also 86 degrees for Buckeye. So we're starting to trend into those 80s for our seasonal temperature. Yay, we are going to see cooler numbers eventually, guys, but today we did come in above the seasonal norm. 96 what we hit this afternoon, 100 degrees what we set back in 2015 as our record. Now this big storm I'm talking about in the Pacific Northwest, this is really severe weather. We had this first wave of energy come through, yet another coming through, the remnants of a typhoon named Sangha, with that gusts 80 to 100 miles an hour, possibly more tornadoes. We saw a couple of them earlier today. And then we also have significant rainfall, 12+ inches in some spots, small hail associated with the system, and of course flooding, mudslides, huge storm surge. So this is a significant weather event for our friends to the north and to the west. We're seeing bands of heavy rain pushing through parts of Oregon and Washington at this hour. Gusty winds, and we actually saw hail about ½ inch in size earlier, in addition to a water spout just off the coastline there, and that moved on land, became a tornado, and we saw gusty winds 84 miles an hour as a result of that. So it makes our weather look great in contrast. Tomorrow, 95 Lake Havasu, 75 Show Low, and 82 for Sedona tonight, cooling to the mid-60s across the valley. Plenty of sunshine out there as we start your weekend, and we're going to see those numbers hitting just the low 90s to the mid-90s all the way through the weekend and into the start of your work week as well.
The bright spot for the Cardinals last week, the defense. Oh, yeah, the Bird Gang way too much for the 49ers, especially Marcus Golden. Golden has actually been on fire all year long. What the Cardinals are saying about their second-year man. Coming up right after the break.
At cancercenter.com/Phoenix.
To keep our community safe, we need a sheriff who will put fighting violent crime ahead of his own political agenda. Paul Penzone has been a decorated crime fighter for over 20 years, a police officer, undercover investigator, and DEA Task Force Agent of the Year. Paul Penzone caught murderers, put drugs.
'Tis the red season, Q4. Go time at Sanderson Ford.